We got something more to get you folks going. And the topic that we have got is keeping the customer in sight using analytics. And to go ahead and share his 16 years of experience working across different countries in the consulting space and enjoying himself while he's done all that across different industries. So let's put our hands together while I invite Utkarsh Somaya, who's the head of consumer analytics, consumer insights and brand development from Aditya Birla Group. So can we have Utkarsh up on stage?
Thank you for the lovely introduction. Guys, good afternoon. Session after lunch. Yeah. If you ask me, I sitting there, I would be also sharing the same thoughts that you are right now in your mind, and let me not be more expressive about it. But I would try to keep my presentation very light. It's almost like a story that will help you to sleep even better. Okay. Yes, I do have experience across industries, having worked for 16 years across brands, including retail, financial services, logistics, telecom. Fortunately, I'm as old as the analytics industry in India approximately. So I'm really happy that I could be at this juncture. And the more I see now the growth of analytics in India, I think it's fantastic to see that. Any questions, anything in between, please stop me. If I'm speaking fast, that's the reason, because I want to get your attention. Otherwise, I don't want people to sleep around. Okay. My focus has been solely on customer analytics across all my verticals, all my roles. Now, one thing which clearly told me was Larry Light's statement that says, do you know your core customers? Guys, one question, how many of you in your current roles think you know your core customer really well? You can be generous, that's okay, I'll not hold you. No, there's no videos around to go back after my presentation, say you said so, so now tell me what do you think. No, let's say an honest statement. Okay, 50% you know your core customers well. No hands? Okay, thank you. So a couple of hands from there. 25%? Yeah, thank you. Otherwise your bosses will fire you. Please don't do that, okay? So the thought is very clear. Firstly, know your core customers, and please don't go and ask them what do they need. Believe my words. Believe my words. It's your job to know that, and it's definitely your job. If you know your customers well, probably I think this question will not arise. And that's my personal opinion. Okay, let's not. Some professionals might be offended by my points, but I seriously think if you do your homework well, you don't need to go back to the customer every time by saying, "What do you think? How do you feel?" You should have an answer before that, and probably helping out in a better way. So I'm just going to go a couple of years ahead from now and think, I'm sure most of you must be ordering pizzas, right? Unless, obviously looking at me, you can be sure that I order pizzas. I'm not a health freak. Okay, if most of you are, then probably your kids would push you to order a pizza. So what do you think will be a conversation in a couple of years down the line for a pizza when you're ordering? Now it's a small story. It's a few minutes of story, and probably you must have seen it somewhere or heard it somewhere on social media. 2007, I saw this mail. I had seen this mail in 2007. So probably that was the future at that point of time, okay? Obviously, I think I'm creative, so I have made it slightly more interesting for you guys to think about. So what will happen if you call a pizza house in 2020, saying, hello, this is Pizza House. Yes, sir, thank you for calling Pizza House, Mr. Sam. We are expecting you to call today evening. Okay, any idea why today evening? Okay, so yeah, am I loud and audible enough, or do I need a mic? Because I like to be more. You can do it. Thank you so much. So in the meantime, just think about it. What all information would the Pizza House have when you're calling me? Can I have some answers, please, till the mic get hooked up? Thank you. Is it working? Am I loud enough? So what all information you think that the Pizza House would have when you're calling up? Okay, meal ordered, fantastic. Perfect. Okay, so everything about the pizza, when did you order, how much did you order, what were the toppings, anything else?
They will have your address at the first.
Fantastic. Address, communication information has to be there, right? How do I deliver the pizzas? Anything else? Let's get more creative. Yeah, so the order information, the order tracking completely is there. So, okay, Mr. Sam, we know your home telephone number registered with us, perfect, but how did you identify me? Okay, voice recognition software. Pretty natural. So if you are in a couple of industries, definitely there are voice recognition. Even I think banking has started doing that, right? When you are calling up a customer service line and you say, please say the password in your language or some code word in your language with your voice, it becomes your password next time. Yes, I experienced it myself, so I'm not, we are very close to future now. My answer is that, okay? Perfect. So this is not a new thing, right? So we are moving, now we are moving towards nesting. Okay, impressive. But what on basis did you expect me to call now? So generally you call between 6 to 6:10, okay, on 4th Saturday, unless there is rain or traffic jam in your colony, okay, your wife is reaching home and she gets delayed, so you call it 15 minutes later. Now, as per your updates on social media, your wife attends the monthly session which is Save the Living Beings, which occurs every 4th Saturday, and she prefers not to cook at home after that. Okay, so now we are getting slightly more personal. Social media information. We covered our orders. Order is a pretty standard thing, right? You expect anybody to do that. Address information. How do drones work? I think drones is the most known automation and innovation in the pizza industry, right? Okay, let's get forward. Wow, impressive. All right. I did like to order 2 large extra cheese meat pizzas. I don't think so that's a good idea, sir. Why? What do you mean? Sir, your medical record suggests high cholesterol as per last week's reports, and your national healthcare provider won't allow this unhealthy choice. Okay? Now I'm getting slightly more personal. We covered here medical records, profile, social media. I think a discussion also we went to this piece. Let's go next step. Okay, what do you recommend then? Soya-bean yogurt pizza. Who would eat soya-bean yogurt pizza? Sir, you borrowed a recipe library from a library. Okay, again library information is there. Right? So building up the story, do you think there'll be some more things? This is good enough, comfortable enough, right? Probably getting some more personal stuff coming here. Okay. Give me 2 large family size ones. What's the damage? It should be somewhere. It's enough for you, your wife, brother, and 3 kids. So family information, it should be 995 rupees. Okay. Let me give you my credit card number. Sorry, sir. You have to pay in cash. Your credit card balance is over limit and debit limit already used today. Okay. So we're getting into the perfect. And believe me, this is not out of thing. If you ask certain automobile industries, certain high-end industries, have this every possible information. Okay, next step. Never mind, just send the pizzas, I'll have cash ready. How long will it take? Okay, we are running a little bit behind schedule, 45 minutes. Okay, can you use your bike to pick it up? Okay, how the hell do you know I'm using a bike? Your car got repoed. Okay, so you're not paid your installments on car, so you only have a bike with you. Okay, this is pretty standard, right? If you can get to manage my financial records, you can definitely get my lot of information across. Now comes the interesting part of it. Okay, how do you have so much of information? Yeah, our integrated databases collects information from all possible sources, financial, medical, behavior, and preferences. Now I'll tell you about one thing about analytics, guys. We cannot stay without recommending. Okay, we think we are a gift to this mankind, which we are somewhere. But so our logical thing is to recommend after that. Okay, otherwise, what's the use of so much of information? And that's the honest part of it. If you have so much of information, if you're not able to decipher for my next thing, there's no need of so much information. So, as you fall in our analytical segment of forgetful husbands, can we have a recommendation for you? I think forgetful husbands. Isn't it it's a paradox? Forgetful and husbands? Aren't we supposed to be the same thing? That's okay. A record says 70% of the husbands forget any kind of anniversaries, dates, or one kind of information in a year at least once. So that says it all, right? You need a digital calendar for sure. Okay, next week is your mother-in-law's birthday, and we have few recommendations for gifts sent to you in mail. Shopping vendor close by, else you would face trouble times like last year. Now, till now it was looking okay. I think there is some problem here. Okay, what do you mean? Before that, recommendation engine, okay? So, sir, we also have police records. And last year, your wife was warned for, basically bashing up her husband, domestic violence, for forgetting her mother's birthday. So, in simple words, you were manhandled by your wife for forgetting her mother's birthday, which you should not repeat this year again, right? Obviously, we also believe in save the living beings just like your wife. Obviously, they would not say this out, but the answer here is, you have given out every possible information in last few years for the service provider to get it into a single customer view. No longer there is dearth of information. Tell me one simple question. In last 8 to 9 years, you have given out so much personal information through a medium. Any guesses? No? No? Very close? Very good. Every chat, every message that you have sent, I know it will send jitters to some people, some jokes that you send, some links that you send. All that information is with Facebook now, okay? And very calmly after 9 years, they say now everything is encrypted. So every information, every chat that you had sent across between 2010 to 2017 is proprietary of Facebook and WhatsApp, okay? And that information, even my wife would know I will not be staying in the house again, okay? So think about it. What data has been shared, what data is across the board, we don't know. It's only now we have realized that that data is being taken care somewhere. Otherwise, it was always being used. It was always being used. And it is properly legal because we do not have strong data laws in India. Not to scare you guys. All my sense was just to open up and say, how much information are we using today? Now the question, the trick question was, do we know our customers really well? Okay, I know you guys are smart enough to not to say, yes, I know my customer really well. But not necessarily police records, but everything else, at least we can make an effort to, right? That's what big data is all about. That's exactly where we are heading. And you've seen a couple of strong cases, Amazon being the biggest one, to use every possible information. Web journey is very simple, right? Web journey is very, very, very simple. What would you buy next? What is the recommendation? What the customer before you bought? What was last time you were here? Very simple pieces. So, now I get this wonderful, this 4 companies, I think Uber presented today morning, right? People say, boss, they don't have anything, but they're so successful. Guys, grow up. They have one very, very big information, customer data. They don't need any physical assets. This is the power of the information that we're talking about. If you collect the right information, right data at the right time, I think the business possibilities are immense, immense. And we are seeing this happening in every vertical from now on. It's not a surprise. Automated parking, automated car. I think automobile industry internationally has done fantastically well that way. Obviously, medical also is using their normal procedures, standard procedures, all are being done by robots, right? No manual intervention. How is that possible? Obviously, there's analytics around there. Now, I'm sure these examples are overused and used and used. They were the most successful in their domain. They didn't know what came up. I don't like the word disruption, but they didn't know what was coming. They did not know. And to be honest, I know personally Kodak was being told so many times, things are changing, things are changing. Please be aware. They were living in the myth of their own fantasy. I think there was one beautiful thing which still nobody, actually everybody knew, but nobody believed the data. You know what? Can you guess this? This is from a domain which is very different. And this is well spoken. The moment I show you the photograph, you all will understand what I'm saying about. This is one of the best case studies. Okay, if you see the Obama election, they had used analytics fantastically well. Narendra Modi is a live example. Aadhaar card is one of the best examples of customer single view. In US, all the analytical surveys said Trump will win. But the analysts who were working on that, they mistreated the data. They said, okay, let me remove 80, 60 plus ages. Let me remove 19 or 25 below age group. Those are not many people who come and vote. And then the real survey which said, he will not win. He cannot win. So the learning from this one is, the data is like an innocent kid. The way you mistreat, it will give that answers. So you go with a hypothesis and I want to say this is hypothesis information I want, I can get it comfortably from the data. But am I doing justice to that? So typically answer is very clear. I think it's visible for everybody. With the retail industry, the boom that Walmart is coming in, the boom that Amazon and Flipkart have done for the last couple of years, if your business is not using data, if your business is not collecting customer information, you will know what is going to happen very shortly. I think this was a classic example. 1999. I'm sure everybody must have heard about Target supermarket, superstore. 1999, they hired a data scientist and said, guys, you need to tell me who are our best customers. You know what happened? I think I'll give you the story after this.
We all know that stores know things about us based on our shopping habits.
But you know, sometimes what stores find out gets a little bit creepy. The latest, how some stores can figure out that a woman is pregnant before she tells anyone. Consumer reporter John Matteries is here now with this unusual story. John?
Well, Carol, many stores now keep a database of everything you buy. That's how grocery store registers know what coupons to spit out for you. You know, your shopper's card keeps a record of all your purchases at the grocery store. But some say it went too far when Target figured out that a teen was pregnant before her family even knew. That's right. A report in the New York Times says Target's sophisticated computers are able to guess when a woman shopper is pregnant based on 25 items that pregnant women buy. Among them, vitamins, zinc and magnesium supplements, and cocoa butter lotion. Toss in extra large clothing or a rocking chair, and the store decides you are pregnant.
Okay. So I'll tell you the best part out of this. The idea was, Target was saying that pregnant women are our best customers because they buy a bulk, as I said, 25 items. Plus, they're going to build a long relationship with us at this critical moment. If you service them well, you will get a fantastic lifelong customer. So what happened was they created a catalog and said, okay, all the relevant item for a pregnant lady is there, and you send a coupon to every household from the registered ones and the ones which are shopping with you. So you had an option of registering, saying, okay, I need all these coupons, or some person who was not registered, but they went in that database as well. And it went to one of the households. The father came to their store and he banged the desk of the manager and said, how dare you send this to my daughter? Are you telling me she's pregnant? Ruckus followed, the manager apologized and went back. And America being America, the father did not know. Okay? So that tells us a lot of things about and this was in which year? 1999. The ability to identify the needs of a customer is a very single answer here. I go to next case study. I think that is even a fantastic example of today's brilliance, right? I'm sure everybody must have seen this.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going.
Right. I got a couple of questions, couple of times when I was sharing this video. What has analytics to do with this? I found it very juvenile, but I'm being myself. Why analytics? Technology is playing such a big role here. Fair. Okay. And if you heard the start of the video, they said 4 years back, we started thinking about it. I'll tell you, market leaders themselves never innovate. They just pick up from one of the existing innovators and execute it at a large scale. I'm sure nobody has seen this. Everybody saw the Amazon Go video? Have everybody seen this beforehand as well? Most of you, right? I'll show you the next one. And this was in 2014.
Narifar is the shop that never closes and has no staff. People living in this town in eastern Sweden can now shop any time of day at the country's first unmanned grocery store. From getting in to scanning their items, it's all done with an iPhone app. The app links to a user's bank account, so